The first type of essays we shall look at is expository essay. The function of the expository essay is to explain something to the reader by giving directions or instructions, or to acquaint your reader with knowledge about how to complete a task or how something is done. You are demonstrating your own knowledge and explaining with facts, not your opinion. It's very important that your tone be reasonable and that your presentation be factual and believable. Now here are some example topics for this type of essay. Number 1, explain why you admire a particular person. 2, explain why parents are sometimes strict. 3, explain why you especially enjoyed a particular teacher. 4, explain why some students forced to leave school once they are 16. 5, explain how moving from place to place affects teens. Now read the rest of the example topics yourself.
The second type of essay is cause and effect essay. The cause-effect essay explains why or how some event happened and what resulted from the event. This essay is a study of the relationship between two or more events or experiences. The essay could discuss both causes and effects, or it could simply address one or the other. A cause essay usually discusses the reasons why something happened. An effect essay discusses what happens after a specific event or circumstance. Sources are often required in a cause-effect paper, and your choice of these sources is important as they reflect on the validity of your argument. Some example topics include the effect of a parent, teacher, or friend on your life. 2, why you selected your major. 3, the effects of peer pressure. 4, why some students cheat. 5, the effects of growing up with a personal computer. Now read the other example topics yourself.
The next type of essay is comparison-contrast essay. The essay could be an unbiased discussion or an attempt to convince the reader of the benefits of one thing, person, or concept. It could also be written simply to entertain the reader or to arrive at an insight into human nature. The essay could discuss both similarities and differences, or it could just focus on one or the other. A comparison essay usually discusses the similarities between two things, while the contrast essay discusses the differences. On the right side of the table, there are some example topics, such as 2 stages of a person's life, 2 places you have visited, 2 fast food restaurants, an online class compared to a traditional class, 2 candidates competing for public office, Now read the rest of the example topics yourself. The next essay type is a narrative essay. A narrative essay uses all the story elements, a beginning and ending, plot, characters, setting, and climax, all coming together to complete the story. It uses a single well-told story as the basis for drawing a conclusion or making a statement of opinion. For example, my most exciting bicycle adventure would be a narrative essay. Some example topics include a memorable wedding or funeral, 1 minute of a football game or other sporting event, your first day at a new school or college, your first day at a new job, your last day on a job. Now read the rest of the example topics yourself. Now, another type of essay is literary analysis essay, which focuses on your observations about a book, story, poem, or play. The literary essay is an insightful, critical interpretation of a literary work. It's not a summary of plot, character, or other elements of fiction in any given literary work. You provide your own format, interpretation, and/or opinion of the topic. You use the literary work to prove or substantiate your understanding of the topic. You provide an interpretation of the plot, setting, character, conflict, and themes as they relate to the topic you are discussing. You develop elements that will prove your argument. The other type of essay is definition essay. When you are writing a definition essay, you take a term or an idea and write about what it is. Often, definitions are combined with classification or other forms of organization in the essay. You need to give a careful definition of the key term before going on to discuss different types or examples. Now here are some example topics for you, which include: number 1, peace of mind; 2, kindness; 3, racism; 4, sportsmanship; 5, modesty; 6, self-assurance; 7, dedication; 8, sensitivity; 9, trust; 10, respect. Now read the other list of the example topics yourself. Another type of essay is argumentative essay, also referred to as persuasive essay. An argumentative essay is one that attempts to persuade the reader to the writer's point of view. The writer can either be serious or funny, but always tries to convince the reader of the validity of his or her opinion. The essay may argue openly, or it may attempt to persuade the reader by using irony, or sarcasms. Your approach is to take a stand on an issue and use evidence to back up your argument, not to explore an unresolved topic. Now here are some example topics for this type of essay. Number 1, dieting makes people fat. 2, the war on terror has contributed to the growing abuse of human rights. 3, all citizens should be required by law to vote. 4, all forms of government welfare should be abolished. 5, both parents should assume equal responsibility in raising a child. Now read the rest of the list of the topics yourself. Another type of essay is character analysis essay. This focuses on your observations about a character in literature. Your evaluation of the character is based on what that character says, does, and or what other characters say about him or her. On the right hand side, there is an example topic of a well-known story called Pride and Prejudice. Now there are 3 points for you to read in order to analyze the character or the characters mentioned here. In a classification essay, we organize things into categories and give examples of things that fit into each category. For example, if you choose to write about types of computers, like PCs and laptops, each of your paragraphs will define the characteristics of a different computer type. On the right, there are some topic examples, like number 1, on-campus jobs for students. 2, study habits. 3, self-centered people. 4, online educational resources. 5, gardeners. 6, drivers. 7, reality shows on television. 8, sales clerks. 9, television detectives. 10, road trips. Now read the rest of the list of these topic examples yourself. A descriptive essay is an essay that describes something or defines something. There is a thesis, but it's not necessarily argumentative. Some examples of such topics are a waiting room, 2, a cell phone, 3, a laptop computer, 4, a favorite restaurant, 5, your dream house, 6, your memory of a place that you visited as a child, 7, an accident scene, 8, a street that leads to your home or school, 9, your favorite food, 10, an ideal apartment. Now read the rest of the list yourself. In a process essay, you are writing to describe a series of events or a process in some sort of order. Usually, this order is based on time. You organize the essay by writing about each step of the process in the order it occurred. Examples: how to choose a major. 2. How to succeed in college. 3. How to kick a bad habit. 4. How to complain effectively. 5. How to develop self-confidence. 6. How to use Twitter. 7. How to give yourself a haircut. 8. How to plan the perfect class schedule. 9. How to quit smoking. 10. How to survive without a car. Now read the rest of the list yourself. Now let me explain 3 other types of essays. The first one, choice essay. Choice essay. In a choice essay, you need to choose which object, idea, or action that you prefer. You organize the essay by describing each option and then giving your opinion. The second essay is an explanation essay. In an explanation essay, you explain how or why something happens or has happened. You need to explain different causes and effects. You should organize the essay by explaining each individual cause or effect. And the last one is an evaluation essay. In an evaluation essay, you make judgments. You make judgments about people, ideas, and possible actions. You make your evaluation based on certain criteria that you develop. Organize the essay by discussing the criteria you used to make your judgment.